In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Stars and stripes. A revolution needs a war, and this war needs a revolutionary prize for your rights. The Constitution speaks of speech that's free. Open your mouth from sea to shine and see the world of real Americans. Please stand.
Hello everybody, this is Roger with Snack Up Surviving Hemming Outdoors, trying to wake America up again. And this time I'm not talking about survival yet, but we could be talking about survival once all of this takes place. Our Second Amendment, that a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Well, my friends, it is being infringed. It is outright being walked on. It's being done in Virginia. And I've got it on the screen here for you to see that be it enacted by the General Assembly of Virginia that 18.2-433.2 of the Code of Virginia is amended. The Code of Virginia is amended and reacted as follows. Paramilitary activity prohibited. Paramilitary is militia, and it's being prohibited, and it's being made a Class 5 felony. That a person, and it's no longer shall be. Shall means that there's a possibility. Now it is. It's changed to is. A person is guilty of unlawful paramilitary activity, punishable as a Class 5 felony if he, number one, teaches or demonstrates to any person the use, application, or making of any firearm, explosive or incendiary device or technique capable of causing injury or death to persons, knowing or having reason to know or intending that such training will be employed for use in or furtherance of a civil disorder. So what is that saying right there? That's saying that if any civil disorder arises, you do not have the right to protect the people around you, the people that you love or yourself. You do not have the right. It also means that if the government comes in and begins taking over, you do not have the right to fight back against them. They're stripping away that possibility. They're making you easy to take down. This is a testing ground right here. Virginia is a testing ground under Senate Bill number 64. They're testing to see if it's possible to do it without a large uprising or backlash. If you sit by, America, and let this happen, you are part of the problem. Let's talk about civil disturbance for just a short minute. Civil disorder can fall under many different descriptions. If your neighbor is attempting to harm you, that could fall under a civil disorder. You have no right to train anyone to protect themselves in the event that that takes place. If you are a firearms instructor and you are teaching people to protect themselves with tactical evasive shooting, you will be convicted of a Class 5 felony. If you train with a group of people, a group of friends, your survival group, and you train in ways of protecting yourself, you will be convicted of a Class 5 felony. Take Ferguson, for example. What happened down there? Under this law, you would be guilty of that felony if you trained any of your family or any of your friends to protect themselves in an event such as that in Ferguson. And we're seeing civil disorder popping up everywhere. They're giving the right to harm to the people who cause these civil disorders, and they're trampling on your Second Amendment rights while they're doing it. This is an outright damn disgrace, and this needs to be spread all over the internet. We need to make sure that it's being seen. We need to make sure that President Trump, the man that we put into office, sees this, knows this. I'm sure he already knows about it, but we need to make sure he knows we want something done about it. Every time you have a shooting in America, they start blaming the guns and the paramilitary groups. They're the ones that catch all the blame for the criminals out there that are causing the problem. They don't take down the problem, they take down the people trying to protect themselves. This continues on to say, number 2, assembles, any person who assembles with one or more purposes or persons with the purpose of training with, practicing with, or being instructed in the use of any firearm. Now there we go, back to what I was talking about. If you are an instructor and you're teaching people how to protect themselves in the event society falls to hell in a handbasket, you're going to be convicted of a Class 5 felony. This is stripping away our rights to be able to protect our people and teach our people how to protect themselves. When is America going to wake up? And again, I want to read to you that Second Amendment, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. I'm going to link all of this in the description below, and I want you to read it, and I want you to think about it. This is coming. We've been saying it all along. It's here. They're already starting to strip away our rights, and eventually they'll be taking our guns. We already have the red flag law being imposed in different states across America, in Arizona, North Carolina, Ohio, Virginia, and this one you just seen out of Virginia. Many other states, California, Nevada. These red flag laws are designed to take away your weapons, and they put it under the guise of looking out for your safety and public safety. But what it is, it's a law that's any corrupt individual, any corrupt sheriff, or anybody who's under the thumb of the United States government can say, well, let's start getting people to call in on these people and a concern, and then we can go to their house and take away their weapons. All we got to do is just get somebody to call that they're concerned they're going to hurt themselves or somebody. It's corrupt individuals being able to come into your home and take away the guns that's been afforded to you by the rights of the Constitution of the United States of America. And it's absolute bullshit that they can do it. So we better wake up here in America. If we don't wake up, we're going to see all of our rights to keep these weapons in our homes and protect ourselves. We're going to see them stripped away, and it's starting, like I said, it's starting right here in Virginia. I've got it on the screen for you to read. You need to read it. You need to share it. You need to talk about it. You need to tell your friends. Put it on social media, because the only way it's going to stop is if we, the people, that was mentioned in that Constitution, we the people, if we stand up and say something about it, write to all of your legislators, write to the president, post this, call for someone to notice it and do something about it. And I can only hope that the state of Tennessee does not ever follow the suit that Virginia is following. Because if they do, it will be an absolute disgrace. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to continue teaching people how to protect themselves. And that's just all there is to it. I'm not going to stop because we have that right. There needs to be a large lawsuit against the state of Virginia for violating the Second Amendment rights. But the question is, who's going to have enough balls to stand up and do it? That's the problem in America today. We don't have the balls to stand up and to say anything. We just sit back and let it happen. And a lot of the masses who let it happen are people who are afraid of firearms anyway, people who are going to be the victims when something does go down. And those of us who have our wits about us are going to be the ones sitting back into the bushes, protecting ourselves and our family, saying, come get us. Read over this, people. Share it, and remember, I'm going to read to you again that Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This is Roger with Snare Trap Survive and Hemming Outdoors. Wake up, America.
The Constitution speaks of speech that's free. Open your mouth from sea to shining sea. So will the real Americans please stand up? No more hiding your face in the sand.